The night had been meant to celebrate. My wife's firm had just secured a major client, and she had played a key role in closing the deal. The office party was held in an upscale downtown hotel ballroom, sparkling with lights and filled with elegant champagne glasses. I dressed smartly, proud to be by her side. Emily looked stunning in her deep green dress, her laughter carrying across the room as colleagues showered her with congratulations. I lingered a few feet away, exchanging polite words with some attendees, when I noticed something odd. She never properly introduced me. Whenever someone asked, she simply said, "Oh, that's just my husband, Mark." My husband. The phrase cut more than I expected, but I forced a smile, hiding my discomfort. As the evening wore on, her behavior grew bolder. Perhaps it was the wine, perhaps the attention. She thrived in the spotlight and didn't want to share it. During a toast, a coworker teased, "Emily, how do you handle late nights and early mornings?" She responded with a smirk, "It helps that my husband doesn't ask for much. He's not exactly ambitious." Laughter erupted. My chest tightened. The smile I had been wearing faltered as I realized she expected me to join in. I met her gaze, silent but pointed, and she immediately understood that this wasn't a joke to me. The laughter subsided, an awkward hush filling the room. Her boss, Mr. Thompson, cleared his throat, trying to steer the conversation elsewhere, but the atmosphere had already shifted. I quietly excused myself, stepping into the elevator alone, the weight in my chest heavy with disappointment rather than anger. This was the woman I had sacrificed for, the one whose early career I had supported, whose confidence I had nurtured when she doubted herself. And now, she had belittled me. Emily called out as I left, but I didn't turn back. I went home, packed a small overnight bag, and left it near the door. I wasn't seeking confrontation, I just needed space. Around midnight, she arrived, her heels clicking nervously across the floor. "Mark, please," she said. "I didn't mean it like that." I looked at her steadily. "You meant every word, Emily. You wanted to shine, and you did, at my expense." She reached for me, but I stepped back. "Do you know what it feels like to be humiliated by the person you love most? To have pride twisted into ridicule?" Tears welled in her eyes. "I'm sorry," she whispered, "but some things can't fix broken respect." The next morning, she awoke early, her makeup smudged, phone buzzing constantly. I was sitting at the kitchen table with coffee when I noticed her freeze as she read a message. Then another. Her face turned pale. "What is it?" I asked quietly. She looked stricken. "Someone recorded it," she stammered. "The joke." The moment she had mocked me at the party had been captured and was now circulating among her co-workers. I didn't need to say anything, the truth hung in the air. Her face said it all. Those who had once looked up to her were now murmuring behind her back. By mid-morning, Emily's reputation had fallen apart. Her manager summoned her and informed her that she would be temporarily taken off client meetings. "We can't allow this kind of drama in the office," he said, his tone devoid of warmth. When she returned home that afternoon, her eyes were swollen from crying. "I've ruined everything," she whispered. "No," I responded. "You revealed yourself. You showed everyone who you truly are when you thought putting me down would make you appear stronger." She tried to reply, but her voice faltered. At that moment, she finally understood the consequences, not only for her career, but for what she had done to us. Days stretched into weeks. Emily apologized incessantly, attempting everything she could to regain my forgiveness. Yet her words felt hollow. One night, she admitted, "I wanted people to see me as powerful. I didn't realize I was losing the one person who genuinely respected me." I looked at her then, the woman who had once been my pride, now drained by her own arrogance. "Power without humility destroys everything around it," I said softly. "And you've learned that the hard way." Eventually, the firm let her go. The viral video had inflicted irreparable damage on her image. She tried freelancing for a while, but her confidence had fractured. Every room she entered felt loaded with judgment. She once confessed, "Whenever I hear laughter now, I wonder if it's about me." The irony was undeniable. She had anchored her self-worth to the approval of others, and lost it all in a single careless moment. By the time she realized what truly mattered, it was too late. I had already decided to leave. There was no anger, no desire for revenge, just closure. I hope you find yourself again, I told her. She sobbed, pleading for me to stay, but I could not. Love can weather storms, but it cannot survive disrespect. You can forgive a mistake, but not a repeated revelation of character. I left quietly, without slamming the door, because peace does not need noise. Months later, she sent a final message. I read it and understood too late. The people she had tried to impress did not care, but the one she had humiliated, the man who had loved her, did. And he had been the only one who truly mattered. I never replied. Some lessons only settle when silence answers where words once failed. The night she mocked me had been the night she lost everything. Her job, her dignity, and the man who had once believed she would never hurt him.